Origins. The concept of Black Kryptonians began to take shape as part of a broader effort within the comic book industry to introduce characters from diverse ethnic backgrounds. In the concept of the DC universe, it was a way to reflect the diversity of the readers and acknowledge that Kryptonian heritage could come in various forms, including African or African American descent. The desire was to make the universe more inclusive and representative of a global readership. First year in DC Comics. The concept of Black Kryptonians was introduced in the early 1970s in Superman comics. In issue number 234 of Superman in February 1971, a dark-skinned Kryptonian was featured working at Vathlo Station. This character was not elaborated upon at the time, and the origin of this new Kryptonian ethnicity remained unexplained. 6 months later, in Superman number 239 in June 1971, a panel described Vathlo Island in the Old World Hemisphere of Krypton as being inhabited by a highly developed Black race. This marked one of the first instances of Kryptonian diversity being acknowledged in the comics. Strength compared to white Kryptonians. In the DC Comics continuity, the strength of Kryptonians, regardless of their ethnicity, is primarily determined by their exposure to Earth's yellow sun. When exposed to a yellow sun, Kryptonians gain a range of superhuman abilities such as super strength, speed, flight, and heat vision. These powers are not linked to ethnicity, but rather the effects of solar radiation. As such, Black Kryptonians have the same potential for power as white traditional Kryptonians when exposed to Earth's yellow sun. Val-Zod, a notable Black Kryptonian introduced in the Earth 2 series, shares this characteristic. He gains his powers under Earth's yellow sun, and his strength is comparable to that of traditional white Kryptonians like Superman. The mention of Vathlo Island and the revelation of a highly developed Black race on Krypton in the comics was a step toward acknowledging the diversity within the Kryptonian population, though this concept was not explored in depth at the time. It's essential to consult more recent sources for further developments and context surrounding Black Kryptonians in the DC universe. In summary, the inclusion of Black Kryptonians in DC Comics is part of an ongoing effort to diversify the DC Comics universe and create more inclusive storytelling. The introduction of Vathlo Island in the early 1970s was a significant step in this direction, with the understanding that Kryptonian powers are not tied to ethnicity, but rather their exposure to Earth's yellow sun. Characters like Val-Zod continue to represent this diverse aspect of Kryptonian heritage in the modern comics.
NYEC